Okay. He just... I one-banged him. Oh, no. Oh! This thing's got... It's insane! This is the Ragnhild-D, and it's going to be the best shotgun in Destiny in my opinion, and if you're a new player, it is most likely your best option. Now, if you have some of the old shotguns, a God-rolled Astral Horizon, the Fellwinter's Lie, yeah, they're awesome shotguns, but I think this one is actually quite a bit better, and I'm going to show you why. Number 1, perks. We're going to go over that. But number 2, visibility. That is the biggest thing, in my opinion, that sets this shotgun apart. Even with a terrible roll, it feels very consistent, but this is a craftable weapon, meaning you have a direct path to the God roll. On top of that, the God roll is very, very good. Now, it is going to take some time to level, and that's why I recommend you get working on this right now. It isn't that many resources to just get a basic model of this, and maybe you already have a good one or better one in your inventory from farming. But the Ragnhild-D is going to be... Rhymer. Amazing. Let's get started. So early on, the perk pool isn't great, but it escalates pretty rapidly, and you're even able to change the masterwork. So essentially, if you want a ranged masterwork, all you have to do is level this gun up to 7, and you now have the ranged masterwork right there, giving you extra range, right? The barrel, you can choose the best one for you at level 5, getting full choke. I mean, you could try rifle barrel or something else, but a lot of people say full choke is the best because it reduces the projectile spread. You can get accurized rounds at level 6, so even early on, just getting those 2 perks, you'd be able to have a pretty damn good weapon. At level 7, you've essentially made this thing already great, because these perks, they don't matter that much in the grand scheme of things with how consistent the shotgun feels. But when you take the real time to level it up and you can get enhanced perpetual motion, it goes to the next level. Every shotgunner is jumping or sliding or pushing forward, so perpetual motion is always in effect, giving you that increased stability, handling, and reload speed. You can just run around the map shotgunning everything, and they've got no chance. Perpetual motion is already good, but enhanced perpetual motion is just taking it to the next level. And then you've got Frenzy. If you're shotgunning around in, comboing plays together, you can get Frenzy to proc, get that extra damage, or Adrenaline Junkie, getting extra damage and increasing the one-hit kill distance, or you've got Elemental Capacitor for more handling. So you've got multiple options here to make this thing insanely good in PvP. But it's also amazing in PvE. As I said, you can get Adrenaline Junkie, you can get Frenzy, you can do some reloading with Demolitionist. There are multiple different perks here that you can use for PvE on both sides. Subsistence, if you wanted to try Subsistence build. We've got Auto-Loading Hoster, if you want to, lay into an enemy, drop your ammo. Is shotgunning with a aggressive frame the best thing ever? Maybe not. But it is an option for you as a player. And if you're a new player, you've got a kind of guaranteed path towards success. You can get one of these built for PvE, and you can make one for PvP. And that is the end goal for me. I want to get Perpetual Motion, and I think I want to do Elemental Capacitor or Adrenaline Junkie. I feel like this will proc enough. I think that it will be a big increase to the one-hit kill distance if I can get that extra damage. So I'm excited about it. Getting that extra handling, that extra damage, getting the perpetual motion going. I think that this thing will be the best shotgun in the game. Bar none. Because of accessibility. Does it take a long time to grind up? Yeah. I've used this thing for quite a bit, and I'm at level 2. But you can level it anywhere. You're grinding out your pinnacles, you're doing some campaign missions, just use the Raglan. Just use the Raglan. You'll be good. You'll be chilling. Don't worry about the perks that much. Just get working on it. This has 37 range right now with no range masterwork. This is 47 range, right? And I can increase this, and I can get a ton of handling, right? This thing has 37 handling. This thing has 33 handling. I don't even have perpetual motion on it yet. So this shotgun's kind of end potential, I think that this will be the main for pretty much everyone going forward. And now I'm going to show you the real reason why this is going to be the best shotgun in the game. The barrel is so narrow in this lower region. I think it's got great visibility near the top, but at the very end there too, it's just a very narrow, skinny barrel. And you might not think that matters, right? Let's say I'm aiming at that target there, and I'm trying to look in the distance, and I'm seeing other enemies. Maybe there's some people over here. So let's look at this barrel. Let's say I'm aiming right at that, okay? Now let's swap over just to, for example, the Astral Horizon. And let's do the same thing. Wait, what? Excuse me? Now you might notice that there's like a slight difference in the zoom, right? If we're looking at that plate there in the distance, there is a bit of a distance in zoom, and I think that impacts the range of this weapon. It's why the multi-mock SMG, the kind of the higher zoom scope, gives you a ton of range. And so, yeah, there's more zoom in right there. But the overall amount of screen that gets taken up is completely different. And this is on multiple shotguns that this happens. Look at how much screen is taken up. Like 3/4 of the goddamn screen is taken up. I'm looking through this tiny little scope. I can't see anything. If someone is pushing you, if someone does a dodge roll, if someone is sliding, someone ducks behind cover, you don't know where the hell they are, right? If they're pushing you and they get under your barrel, you're trying to track them and find them, you will lose fights because you cannot see the target. You're going to slide up behind cover, go, oh shit, and then have to adjust and you're going to die. It's going to happen, I promise you. They're going to be coming down the stairs and you go, oh! But you adjusted too high, right? Let's say they were down there on the stairs, and you went like that because you thought they were maybe higher. You can't see them. They will kill you. It's going to happen, and you notice it more at long distances. How much screen gets taken up? Phil Winter's not as egregious as the Astral Horizon, but in these quick situations where you're snapping between targets, when you're trying to scan for targets in the distance, I think that it is an important feature to have. And so if I'm comparing an aggressive frame to an aggressive frame, I obviously want the one where I can see better, where I can see at the end of the barrel, and you know, there's going to be situations where you're trying to push in on someone. And I feel like this thing does get a little chunky. And I notice in situations like this. So let's say I was aiming kind of like there on the target, which maybe isn't perfect aiming. But just for example, like let's say I go to the very top of the barrel, and I'm essentially blocking that target. Now let's go back to this. Do you see what I'm saying here? I understand that might be a miss. That might not be the best aim ever. But I haven't moved the barrel at all. I feel a lot more comfortable knowing I can even see a portion of that target. So I can flick down to it, or flick over, or I can adjust. Now, don't even get me started on the sight. I understand that I need to aim like somewhere in there, but it's not very obvious, you know? Do I aim a little lower? Am I too high? It's hard to tell. And you're gonna get a feel for it the more you play with the weapon. But when I go like this, I know where I'm aiming. It's in there. It's in that triangle of death. And it's gonna hit. And I just feel so much more confident with this type of barrel, with this type of sight, that where I'm aiming, like, really? Is it that high? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. The spreads are all probably going to be very similar from these because they're all aggressive frames. But this thing doesn't even have full choke on it yet, right? I've got, what is this, small bore? I've got small bore on it. I'm missing one of the best barrel mods in the game. So the Ragnhild-D is going to be meta. Let's see a little bit of footage to see what it can do in PvP. But it's also going to be good in PvE.
Double down. Triple down.
Sure. Oh my god, that's the way to start a game. You're dead. You're dead. Oh, come on. I thought I had the one bang. I don't know if my hand cannon hit there. Got him. I got the one hit shotty too.
Double down.
Oh my god! Okay, good game. There's a lot of hand cannon in there. I just couldn't shotgun a lot of people. This map has a lot of long angles, but I'm very happy with the shotgun. And this thing is, you know, it's terrible. Like this is truly a terrible roll. There's nothing really in here that's bringing anything. So I'm excited about it.